not just gonna stay here and wait. I wanna just decide what is to be my fate. Alone all by myself, I'm not just gonna stay here and wait.
Folks, we're having major technical difficulties tonight as we get started here. I hope everyone can hear me. Give me a 5x5. This is interesting. Yeah. We are all sorts of weird today. Folks, we're having major technical difficulties tonight. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we may end up canceling this broadcast and starting another one. I'm gonna try something. I will be right back with you, and hopefully this will work. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me now? Give me a 5x5 if someone can hear me, as I can't hear myself. So we're gonna start anyway. We're back. Not sure what happened there. We were completely frozen, and we have some nice new StreamYard branding. That's unusual. So we're gonna work that out after the show tonight. So let's get back to things. I apologize for the delay. Again, not sure what happened. We got frozen up for a couple minutes there, and we're gonna try to play this video, and hopefully that starts things off. Going into our GoFundMe news for today, LIA dominates the GoFundMe tracking for Monday. As if someone in the great beyond was listening to our slightly panicked take on the First Amendment auditing as an industry on Monday and gave it just enough of a boost to stop a full fledged panic with multiple donations to Sean Paul Long Island Audit Rias's account on Monday. That's LIA. LIA's campaign to fund legal or LIA's campaign to fund legal defense against unlawful arrest saw small gains on Monday with a single $25 donation, ending a 1 month drought for the fund, which is devoted to finding legal representation for LIA after being arrested by the Nassau County Police Department. His more generic support the fight against tyranny and corruption campaign received four donations on Monday with a total of $120. The fund was set up as a generic campaign to fund federal lawsuits and to support generic costs involved in arrests, and it looks to be the landing spot to those who support his goal of buying an electronic billboard sign to help with his activism. The YouTuber used such a truck, it's a billboard truck, sign truck. The YouTuber used such a truck to protest outside of the house of Nassau County, New York Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder. His apparent musing that he wanted to own such a truck has started to a renewed interest in his work. LIA has been criticized for going into audits with the apparent intention to file a lawsuit against the police. His recent live streams, where he expects a police confrontation, apparently have been preset to announce his arrest before it happens, and how his fans can help fund his campaign to fight the charges. He has raised a little over $90,000 in ongoing funding from his current campaigns over the past year and looks to continue to dominate the GoFundMe tracking in the absence of Jose Chile de Castro. As always, we do have GoFundMe. All proceeds go to keeping the lights on, eating, and writing new stories to feature here on reallycoolsite.org and the nightly Really Cool News broadcasts. Jason Dollahide is back in the news as his lawsuit is at risk. Jailed YouTuber Jason Dollahide suffered a serious setback in his quest for $250 million in his lawsuit against the state of Oklahoma on Monday, as a judge has ordered him to file an amended complaint in his lawsuit or have parts of it shut down. Dollahide was previously ordered by Judge Patrick R. Wyrick on April 10th, 2024, to file an amended complaint by April 30th that either omitted defendants Fawn Cannon, Darren Strauss, Harley Rhines, Joshua Rojas, Colby Hagler, Jonathan Hicks, Shannon Lyon, and Mike Sharp, or state specific factual allegations against each defendant to provide them with fair notice of the claims against them. With the passing of the April 30th deadline without a response from Dollahide, Judge Wyrick now has ordered Dollahide to file his amended complaint by May 23rd, 2024, showing a cause against each defendant as to why they should not be dismissed from his lawsuit. If the listed group of defendants are removed from the lawsuit itself would not be dismissed, as it would leave Dennis Dickens, Barry Griffin, Mike Rowe, Brent Thomas, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol Troop W, and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol Troop W Marine Division as named defendants. Dollahide filed the lawsuit in August of 2022 and briefly consulted with Jose Chile de Castro after filing. The men remain friends since 2022, and DeCastro has financially supported Dollahide after the YouTuber was arrested on multiple charges in July of 2023 and had his bond revoked in relation to the other outstanding cases. The Oklahoma based marijuana enthusiast and YouTuber is currently jailed in the Norman, Oklahoma Detention Center, awaiting trial for those multiple outstanding charges. It is unlikely that he is aware of such changes to his lawsuit, as De Castro was his primary contact person on the outside world, and DeCastro himself has been in jail in Nevada since March of 2024. Delhide is again seeking $250 million in his lawsuit for compensation after arrest in an Oklahoma deer watching area in, I believe that was 2022. Turtle Boy's actions were back in the news on Tuesday as an early morning altercation on Monday. I was saying that's Monday. Today is Tuesday. Get with it, Jim. An early morning altercation on Monday between Turtle Boy Aiden Kearney, Turtle Boy, and a female supporter against reporter Grant Smith Ellis caused near immediate changes to the way members of the press gain entry to the courthouse each day for the Karen Reed murder trial. Since there are only 11 spots for members of the press within the courtroom at one time, and there's a significant national news interest in the case, obtaining entry to cover the trial live has been difficult for members of the press. Prior to Monday's events, the line for access to the courthouse for Reed's trial would start about 12 to 14 hours before a scheduled hearing. Members of the press, such as Smith Ellis, would either come in person to stand in line or send a seat filler to wait in line for each person. The altercation allegedly started when Turtle Boy and his associate engaged with Smith Ellis in a negative fashion, and Turtle Boy's associate threw Smith Ellis's chair. Smith Ellis claimed the woman hip checked him, and police were called to break up the mess. Turtle Boy's version of events painted Smith Ellis as the aggressor and included a demand for Smith Ellis to be barred from accessing the courtroom. Smith Ellis is reportedly close friends with Lindsay Gaetini, Turtle Boy's ex and holder of a protection order against him. The men had previously clashed over accusations that Turtle Boy inappropriately assaulted Gaetini while she was inebriated. The court stepped in by Monday afternoon, issuing a press order that banned the use of seat fillers and chairs outside of the courthouse, and stating that members of the press must be present at the start of the day to gain access to the courthouse. Monday's actions outside of the courthouse again overshadowed dramatic events inside the courthouse, as attorneys for the defense seemed to be attempting to seek perjury charges against witness Kate McLaughlin. McLaughlin, an emergency services technician who attempted to save John O'Keefe's life after he'd been found in the snow outside of the home of Brian Albert, had previously testified that she had no real contact with witness Caitlin Albert for the past 5 years. Defense attorneys questioned her truthfulness as more social media photos of the two appearing in groups together have emerged, including one apparently taken within the last 5 years at a baby shower. The defense may be attempting to have McLaughlin's testimony that Reed said to her, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him," stricken from the case over questions of her integrity as a witness. Judge Beverly Canone heard from defense lawyers at the end of Monday's hearings. The prosecution's countered that the source of the photos is questionable, and a single photo from the period in question would not be enough evidence to constitute perjury charges. Canone is expected to make a ruling later today. Just an update on that. Court started this morning, which we'll report on tomorrow morning, with Canone saying that she did not change her opinion of the testimony given by McLaughlin, but she did give some leeway to the defense's theory as questioning of Albert, or was it Albert? Yes, Albert continued today. It was a very brutal bout of cross examination. You can watch it over on on this channel, in fact, from our coverage earlier today. She was the first witness of the day, and the judge's ruling happened within the first 5 minutes. Let's go to our next one. Let's take. Finally, in scheduled news, state of Nevada removed from DeCastro lawsuit. Monday saw another loss for Jose Chile DeCastro as the state of Nevada has been officially dropped from his ongoing federal civil rights lawsuit against the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. DeCastro filed suit last year after being arrested for obstructing an officer and interfering in a traffic stop. He claimed his rights to record the police were violated and added a number of charges against officers, including discrimination against him for the color of his skin and physical harm based on excessive use of force in his arrest. The lawsuit has languished for most of the year, and the majority of DeCastro's claims were thrown out by the judge with prejudice, while giving DeCastro the ability to refile a small number of the charges in a new amended complaint with a very specific terms the judge wanted to see for the lawsuit to survive. DeCastro delivered his second amended complaint in November of last year, ignoring all of the judge's instructions and has proceeded to ignore the previous rulings in the case. As part of the filing the second amended complaint, he was required to serve all defendants involved in the lawsuit. Judge Andrew P. Gordon found last month that DeCastro did not properly serve the state of Nevada with the amended complaint within the time limit required for proper service. On April 5th, he ordered DeCastro must provide proof of service to the state of Nevada and another police officer he had apparently randomly named in the second complaint. On Monday, Gordon issued the following ruling. On April 5th, 2024, plaintiff Jose de Castro was advised by the court that his claims against defendant state of Nevada would be dismissed without prejudice unless by May 5th, 2024, de Castro either filed proper proof of service or showed good cause why such service was not timely made. De Castro has failed to do so. I thereby order the plaintiff Jose de Castro's claims against defendant state of Nevada are dismissed with prejudice. The clerk of the court is instructed to terminate the state of or dismissed without prejudice. Sorry for that slip up. The clerk of court is instructed to terminate the state of Nevada as a defendant in this case. DeCastro has been incarcerated within the Clark County Detention Center since March of this year, and it is unclear if he is aware of the judge's current or previous order. As with his case against Michael Paratini, it appears that no attempts have been made to update the court on his current incarceration. We'll be talking about DeCastro's incarceration, well, later tonight on this newscast. That was our final scheduled story, but there's a little bit more to talk about, especially with some site stuff. So let's go to our promo again. Obviously, we've had a lot of requests for comments on the host Dan of WNN documents that were released this morning. I cannot comment on them at this time. Irish Demon released them. I got them slightly before press time, or slightly before we went on the air with our Karen Reed coverage today. All the documents are up at Really Cool site. I will note that they only cover the conviction. They do not show if he actually tried to, I believe they do not show that he actually tried to appeal the sentence, but these are the documents, in fact, for his conviction. Again, they're up both on Really Cool site and on my website or on my Discord server if you want to peruse them. I stand by my comments that I made on Irish Demon's show on Saturday, I believe. Really, there are stories to come out, but there are stories from other people. So let's let them say their stories and you can put the full thing together. That's just my opinion. But I will have no further comment at this time. As for that, that is our final piece of news. We do have some other stuff going on in a much more pleasant piece of feedback. We are currently doing a poll on our community page to see what time you want this program to start. Right now we're doing 8 p.m. Eastern. It seemed like a nice time, but we are up against a ton of other things. Plus, we've had some complaints from those in the UK that it's 1 a.m. their time and they want to participate live, but it's 1 a.m. I've got a suggestion that we move this to 6 p.m. Eastern. That seems to be getting a lot of traction, but I'm going to wait a couple days and get everyone I can to actually vote in that poll. I'd love to hear your feedback. Please comment over on our community page because we want to make sure this newscast is timed for all of you to attend in the best possible time we can give it to you. That said, I have nothing against this 8 o'clock time slot. If that's what you want, we'll stick with it. I will also be creating shorts or small video segments of each of the news stories each night, and we will be uploading them in the uploads area or the uploaded area to this YouTube page. We are coming close to monetization. We still need usage hours, and obviously we need a ton more supporters. So if you want to help out, please share this link, tell people, let's get there. Uh, I know the numbers offhand, but we'll get there when we get there. But I would love you all to participate in that. And we will have incentives if we do turn on memberships at some point. With that, we're going to get out of here for tonight. I do apologize for whatever the hell happened at the start of the show. I've got to figure out why StreamYard is doing this particular overlay. And we're going to be on the air tomorrow morning at 8:55 a.m. for a continued coverage of the Karen Reed murder trial. That one's supposed to go all day tomorrow, so please join us because it's going to be probably a barn burner tomorrow. There's a lot more testimony coming, and I hope it's a little less boring than today's was. So we're going to get out. Like I said, going to get out of here. I'm going to end with our usual pirate song, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Look ahead, look astern, look the weather in the lee. Blow high, blow low, and so sail we. I see a wreck to windward and a lofty ship to thee, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary. Then hail her, O captain, he called o'er the side. Blow high, blow low, and so sail we. Oh, are you a pirate or a man of war, he cried, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary. Oh, are you a pirate or a man of war, cried we. Blow high, blow low, and so sail we. Oh no, I'm not a pirate, but a man of war, cried he, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary. Then back up your topsails and heave your vessel to. Blow high, blow low, and so sail we. For we have got some letters to be carried home by you, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary. For broadside, they fought all on the main. Blow high, blow low, and so sail we, until at last the frigate shot the pirates' master we, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary. Cutlass and gun, no, we fought for hours 3. Blow high, blow low, and so sail we. Their ship it was, their coffin, and their grave it was the sea, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary. Look astern, look the weather and the lee. Blow high, blow low, and so sail we. I see a wreck to windward and a lofty ship to lee, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary, a sailing down along the coast of High Barbary, a sailing